one. And I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill for all purposes. So apparently serenades now have states of aggregation. It's a bad Disney movie serenade. Bad Disney movie serenade. So in case you haven't caught from that pun, we don't like Frozen.
No, we don't like Frozen.
But we probably will like Frozen serenade. The only thing we like about Frozen is the Illuminate Into the Unknown cover, check it out. And the serenade. Yeah, but that's not actually from Frozen, it just is Frozen.
Yes.
And that meaning the adjective, not the movie. Okay, so more Lovebites Live. This should be a freaking fabulous and quite ridiculous 2021 live in Tokyo. I mean, no. Alright. Yeah. That right there was a Michael Romeo style run. Wow. That was so Symphony X. Yes. Wow. Okay. This to me seems like the most chill sort of grooving song. Like it feels like a jam, the guitar parts at least. Yeah, it's almost like a hard rock instead of heavy metal. It's what would happen, riff-wise, not the whole song, but the riff, the main riff, is what would happen if AC/DC used more than 3 chords. Yes. AC/DC are very, very good at using 3 chords. It's just the 4th poses problems to them. Yes. Okay. No throwing shade at AC/DC. They're great for their 3 chords. But we like the 4th. Yes. I think there's a different guitar in there. Yes. The one we're looking at right now, it's blue. Yes. In old school. Yes. And I like it. Yes. It does mean we no longer have the James Hetfield guitar. I like the James Hetfield guitar. Me too. The chorus. The chorus is the best thing about it. Especially when she says, I wake up in a serenade, the ending. The melody, the way that's written there, is absolutely priceless. I love that. Yeah. We're gonna go? Yes, we're gonna go. Oh, yes! They're doing that again. No. Oh. That was such a sensory overload. They just keep getting better. It's like, how? Why? How? Why? Seriously. Why? Okay. So, we said it was more of a jamming song. So then they were like, no. Or in the words of some wise person in the comments, hold my sake. They flowed from that like groovy track sort of thing into like, well, a scene that outclasses every single Disney princess ever. Both in terms of soundtrack and visual expression. Yeah, I really love that bit, like with, you were talking about the one with the acoustic guitar and piano. Yes. And when the singer was gracefully flailing about. Yes, I love that. Yeah, and it was so cool that it had this lighting effect, and I don't know if it was like some sort of confetti or something that looked a bit like snow. Yeah. And it's a Frozen Serenade. So they really gave that kind of fantasy, wintry sort of imagery.
Yeah, fairy tale-ish.
Yes, and princessy.
Yes. Which fits because they're actually quite princessy.
So yeah, since we brought up Frozen at the beginning, Frozen outclassed.
Yes.
Big time. And then from that, it was like, no transition, no warning, nothing, just slapped straight into the solo.
Yeah.
It was a fast solo.
Actually, there was a transition. They did the little Symphony X gallop run right when coming out of that atmospheric bit.
Yes.
And then towards the end, you had that run looping repeatedly and just increasingly mad transitions on the drums. That was just sensory overload. It's like my brain shut down.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Actually, what I think was happening on the end when that looping on the guitar was happening is they took the Symphony X transition and repeated it into a riff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
So, when your transitions become riffs, you know that the initial riff was way less than you can actually do.
Yes.
And it was a good riff.
It was a very good riff.
So, this band just keeps blowing our minds and I have no idea what to expect next. But I think for now, we're done here. So if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Or sit down.